Welcome to another episode of the Breakthrough Podcast, Discovering New Pathways, brought to you by the Minority Business Development Agency out of Washington, D.C., and EDAC, the Entrepreneurial Development and Assistance Center at the Morgan State University. My name is Omar Muhammad, helping you improve and progress in business and in life. And over there, we got Leon Robinson IV. Hey, man, welcome back.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, hey, man, pleasure to be back, man. Looking forward to our next guest and some inspiring stories and some good wisdom for sure.
All right, good deal. Now, before we get to our guest, I know you all see him there for those that are looking at the video. I just want to let you know that you can tune into past episodes of the Breakthrough Podcast. We're at edacmorgan.com. It's EDAC Morgan.com. Just click on Ride and you'll see a whole list of activities there as well. We have a number of entrepreneurial training programs. So if you're interested in creating an entrepreneurship mindset or a small business, we have a 2-day boot camp for you. We also have an alumni association. So those individuals who graduate, or I should say graduate from the program, they'll have an opportunity to participate in an alumni association. And an alumni association is all about bringing the resources together to help them either start their business or grow their business. So we're really excited for that opportunity. And you can find us on Instagram. We're on Instagram at Ride Small Biz. That's Ride Small Biz. All right, with that said, I think we got everything out the way. With that said, we're gonna go right into our special guest here. So our special guest today is Todd Dubose. Did I say that right?
That's correct. Yep.
Dubose, I got it right. And he is the president CEO of the Returning Citizens Magazine. So Todd, welcome to the Breakthrough Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So let's Yep, good deal. So let's jump right into it. First of all, tell us about you. Who are you? So people get to know who Todd is, and then we'll go right into the magazine.
Well, I guess it's safe to say I can consider myself a serial entrepreneur if you have more than 2 businesses.
There you go.
So I consider myself a serial entrepreneur, but a serial entrepreneur in the correction space. So what we try to do is to enlighten, educate, and provide reentry resources to individuals currently incarcerated and those that have gone back out to resume their lives in society. It's my calling. I love what I do. We like getting the letters. We get letters from prison, and we get emails from parents that have loved ones currently serving their sentences. And the ones I love from parents is that mom that'll take the time to send the email to say how much their son enjoys the magazine. He gets a lot out of it. Keep doing what you're doing. So we really love getting that encouragement. We love getting those letters.
Good deal. All right, so let's jump into why did you decide to create? First of all, what was you have 2 businesses. What's 3. One? Okay, let's talk about all 3. We'll give you a platform. So what 3? And then talk about the magazine last.
Okay, so we have what happens when individuals are incarcerated, if their facility has tablets, they're able to take courses, listen to music, study to get certifications, things of that nature. So with them having that level of access, they get used to that. So if they're using these devices for the length of time that they're incarcerated, when they get out, they don't have access to that. All of that, all those different tools they had access to are gone. So what we decided to do was to stand up the Reentry Institute. And what the Reentry Institute does is provide a learning management system that's tailored to the justice-involved community. So there'll be courses on what they need to do to get their Social Security card. And these courses also will have video. There'll be video, there'll be knowledge checks to reinforce that they're really picking up the material. And then at the end, they can also receive a certificate with their name, the course that was taken. We're not sure if the probation community or probation officers will recognize this, but we encourage them to just make it part of their portfolio. So when they're going to meet with their parole officer, they can at least show them that, hey, these are some of the courses I've taken. So these courses have been tailor-made, curated from various sources. We have some that we get from YouTube. We have individuals that give us information to create courses. So that's the Reentry Institute. The second business, which is still a surprise, but I can at least give you a teaser. We're going to have television channels on Roku and Apple TV. So Second Chance TV will be everything in regards to what happens and the resources that justice-involved individuals need. There's no channel right now that caters to that, that's exclusive to that. So we thought it was best to stand up those channels and provide them with the information that they need. So we're trying to be a 360 approach to serving the justice-involved community as best as we can. And then, of course, going to the magazine is in print. We print it, but we ship those in bulk copy orders. Our primary audience are individuals that are currently incarcerated. So each morning, we've got 400 to 450,000, it will vary, individuals that are looking at their tablets and reading our information, just as you and I will sit and read a newspaper and take a sip of coffee. So they're looking to see what they need to do to prepare. We provide content to challenge them. You know, we'll ask the question, who's going to pick you up when you're released? Where are you going to sleep that night? Where are you going to get something to eat? Different things that people don't think about and they take for granted. We challenge them to think about those things and actually to come up with some type of plan so that they're prepared. Because we know within the first 72 hours, if that person doesn't have food, money, or shelter, they're going to go back and do what they did before to survive. Yeah. So we want to make sure we can head that off as best as we can by providing those resources. Our stories are interviews from individuals that have been incarcerated. They tell their stories. They share what happened. They also share how they came through and you know, was able to get back on their feet and back into society. We also have prominent figures in our January issue. We have the former Undersecretary for the Veteran Benefits Administration. He actually sat down with us, gave us an interview, and it was an honor to actually have spoken to him because I actually worked at that same organization within the federal government. So it's not always going to be a returning citizen on the cover, but whoever's on that cover, you best believe they made it on that cover because of their contribution to helping individuals returning from prison. And in regards to the stories, of course, we do interviews. We'll provide information on reentry job fairs in the form of, we'll put flyers in. It could be a flyer on expungement, a flyer on free legal help, and the list just goes on. And what we are going to do throughout 2022 is we're going to focus a lot more on jobs, and we're going to take a deep dive. We're going to go deep into the weeds, and we're going to tell them how, better yet, this is what we've already started doing. Right. We took the, I think it's called the Occupation Outlook. Anyway, it's the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Statistics, absolutely.
This website, it provides all the information you need for various positions, whether if they're going up as far as in demand or for the level is starting to drop off. So it gives some really good statistics about various positions. So what we like to do is when we provide information on becoming an electrician or becoming a plumber, we want to include the occupational outlook so that they can get used to seeing that before they're released. And if they happen to have some type of computer they can access and get to that website while they're in, there's a plethora of information that will help them make the right decision about going into a field that's declining or entering a field that's really taken off, like cybersecurity or something of that nature. So that's what we do in a nutshell.
All right, good deal. I mean, that's a lot, and you thank you for the work that you're doing. So what made you focus on the correction space?
Well, I used to participate in a prison ministry at my church,
Okay.
but as time went on, I got lazy and I stopped. But the Holy Spirit kept convicting me to get back into it.
Okay.
So eventually, after me being hard-headed for some length of time, I said, "Okay, let's do it."
Yeah.
And when we got back into sitting down and figuring this thing out, I actually ran into someone on LinkedIn. He was in prison for 10 years, and for drugs, selling drugs, taking drugs. But he shared something with me that stuck with me, and this is how the magazine was born. I shared with him that we wanted to come up with some type of a communication tool. We had already done a newspaper, but we wanted to give someone something a little more organized that they can print from, because newspapers are not easy to print from if you're looking at them. So he said, "Well, Todd, while I was in," he said, "I used to read a magazine called Don Diva." And I said, "What's Don Diva?" And he said, "Well, it's a magazine that has information about rappers, gangsters, what's going on in the hip hop world, so on and so forth." So I said, "Interesting." And he said, "Yeah, they send these magazines out, you subscribe to them, and quite a few people subscribe to them in different prisons around the US. So I said, "Okay, I'm going to go ahead and order the magazine." Ordered it and got an electronic subscription. And Don Diva is not something that you can put on your coffee table at home with kids.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that clear.
Exactly.
So, but what we did, my wife and I, we took a look at the magazine, and everything that we saw that wasn't good, we made it good for our magazine. Because there was still something to learn from what they were doing, even though they were glorifying individuals that commit crimes and rappers that are bad actors and things of that nature. All you have to do is flip it. So we flipped it, and then that's how the magazine was born. And we just celebrated our third anniversary this past October.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So you have an electronic copy of it as well as a hard copy for
We
the
do.
magazine?
Yep, I've already furnished Omar with an electronic, I think a couple electronic copies.
I would love one. I would love
Sure.
one as well. As a returning citizen, I wish something like this was out when I was returning home.
Oh, wow.
In 2010. But this is a great resource that I would love to support you on. And I think it would be a good connection with what me and Omar are doing as far as the RIDE program.
Okay.
Could there be some sort of way we can get into the magazine, share information about the program? It could very well be a channel for guys who are in prison right now, or just coming home, to get into this program and take advantage of it.
Yeah, Omar and I, we've already begun discussions, and I extended that offer. Nice. So he's working on that. Just give Omar your email address and shoot it to me, and I'll shoot you out a couple issues of the magazine. Happy to do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So it's interesting, individuals. So you have a magazine, you got an institute where you provide resources, and now you diving into TV. So this is TV for us, and YouTube is TV for us. So Roku and Apple TV, so they're giving entrepreneurs an opportunity to, I guess, they have their own network. Is that what that's about?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's social media it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. And what I like about it is, depending on what you're trying to do, the barrier to entry is really low. So
Oh,
you really don't
right.
have to invest a lot
Mm,
unless it's something that, you're doing on a grand scale. But yeah, I mean, it's just incredible the things that you can do nowadays that would have cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars years ago.
Nice.
mhm.
Where's
Yeah.
your organization based out of? Like what area or location?
We're in Woodbridge, Virginia, which is about 30 minutes from Washington, D.C.
Okay, okay. I know where Woodbridge is. Not too far from um what is it?
Potomac Mills Mall.
Potomac, yep. Potomac and
Yeah.
Rockville. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah. Okay.
And we should have did this in the beginning. What's the website that people can tune into or look at the magazine, I should say?
Oh, no worries. It's Returning Citizens with an S, returningscitizensmag.com. And on the website, they'll see a lot of good resources. They can purchase past issues, single issues of the magazine, or if they like to subscribe to an annual digital subscription, they're welcome to do that. But they'll find a lot of good information. We worked on that website probably for about 3 months before we actually released it, because we wanted it to be right and we wanted to make sure that it was packed with relevant resources, reentry resources.
And the Reentry Institute, is it on the same website or is it a different website?
Now, Reentry Institute has its own website, and it's reentryinstitute.com. And when they go there, they can set up an account and go in and kick the tires and see if there's something that they want to take as far as different video focused classes. And again, the courses and information that you'll find are in reference to individuals that have been incarcerated.
Mm. So it's interesting. I know you said 400,000 eyeballs are on your magazine. I mean, that's a lot.
Obviously, it's going to fluctuate because they can look at anything they want to look at on their tablets. But to keep it factual, if they were all looking at their tablets at the same time, that would be the number, if you will.
Well, that's a lot. And so what are some of the stories of individuals who have looked? You shared one. Are there other stories, especially around entrepreneurship? Have you had anybody write a letter about, hey, this magazine really helped me out to get started, or even think about entrepreneurship?
We haven't had one on entrepreneurship yet,
It's
but
coming.
Omar, that'll change this year because that's all we're focusing on. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. For the February issue, I'm actually working on a article now where if someone is interested in mowing lawns, they want to start their own lawn care service. We're going to provide them with different packages of equipment they can purchase, single pieces, and it just introduce them to all the different things that they would actually need to stand that business up. And the nice thing about what we're doing is we're going to start up here, but we're going to go all the way down to about here. And right here is where you just have a push mower and a leaf blower, you can still go out and make some money. So we'll take some time to talk about that and break that down so that, again, individuals that are looking to start a business with very little cost up front, they'll be on their way. But keep in mind, individuals, everybody that's incarcerated, they're not broke. Some of them are very well off, but they made some mistakes, and that's why they are where they are. But of course, we want to give information where when you're looking at that segment of the population, if you show them a whole package where they can get a trailer, a zero turn mower, leaf blower, weed whacker, and a truck, then you're showing them how they can do all of that. But again, each month we're going to focus on some type of business with as low of a barrier of entry as possible to give them knowledge and to just really empower them and get them excited that, hey, when I get out, it's only going to cost me X to get it, to get your equipment.
I'm in real estate, so that's my ideas just start like popping because that's another industry that guys who are incarcerated, it's a low barrier to entry. You gotta pay a tax, you gotta pay, to take your exam and class.
Right.
But for the most part, I know people just like me. I got my license, been licensed for 5 years. I've changed my life because of it, and my family's life. So I think real estate is also another industry that returning citizens and formerly incarcerated people can really get into and have success.
Right. And another one I can't wait to write about, and this is probably about as low as you can get. If you have a family member or friend willing to loan you their car, register the car with Uber and Lyft, and 1 week later, you get paid. Matter of fact, they may have changed the model where you can get paid daily.
Yeah.
But obviously, you got to have somebody that trusts you. You got to make sure you have your license current. So if you need your license, you're going to have to go to the DMV to do that. We have a course on that as well. Obviously, we can't do a national course on that because the rules and laws are different from state to state. But if they make sure they have a current license, whatever car they're using, put them on the insurance or loan the car, what have you, they can make money the first week. So it's just all types of ways you can do it. And that's what we do is we take time to flush those things out. So when they're looking at this, they're going, wow, I never would have thought of that. So now the next time they're on the phone, hey, when I get out, I need to get my license reissued. And if you don't mind, I'd like to use your car to do Uber and Lyft.
Yeah. Because I know I'm just sharing, when I came home in 2010, it took me like 90 days to get a job, and my first job was McDonald's, and I worked my way up from there. But a resource like this, guys coming home will already know the steps that they would need to take to go in whatever direction and path they decide is best for them. And I think that's awesome. And I think that's what we need to continue to push through the masses so that we can keep our brothers home and strengthen our community. I think that's just what this is all about. And I'm just appreciative of meeting someone who's, created this. And
no, we're happy to help. We have to be proactive instead of reactive. So if we get them before they're released, they got a plan, they understand where to go, who to talk to when they get out, the likelihood of them being successful just really goes through the roof.
Right.
Absolutely. So brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
All right. So before we leave, Todd, any business advice? What advice would you give to those who are tuned in now?
Well, I think they really need to sit down and think about what they want to do and make sure that it's something that they'll enjoy doing, that they'll have fun, that they'll, don't have a problem with helping others to experience joy and satisfaction from services that they provide. And, before they actually put money down for a license and LLC or all that other stuff they have to get started, is say a prayer and ask the Lord to help with their business so that it's successful.
Good. That's the second time we heard that. We interviewed someone early, about
find out what problem you can solve in the world and in the community. Know your numbers, and know really why you're doing it. That's what keeps us focused, on the right things, because sometimes we can get caught up, in these business ventures and partnerships, so stand grounded, understanding why you're really doing it and just, pushing through. I think that's my last 2 cents on what I had, the mentality and attitude that I kind of took coming home, and which has led me to, the success I've had in real estate. So
that's fantastic, Leon. So who's going to see this? Who's going to see the podcast?
So this is our first time. All right. So we still doing the podcast. So, so for those who are tuned in, y'all can't see us. We still on, y'all.
Right.
So this is our first time doing the visual.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's our first time. So right now, there's going to be those individuals who tune into the audio. So those who are on audio, now you can see the visual. So we now have visual as well. So, we're going to use it within our network. and then hopefully we'll get it to, we have a plan to get it to you, so so that the individuals can tune into it while they're behind behind the walls, I should say.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
those individuals are.
Amen.
Yep, yep. And Todd, so what's the future? I know you got 3 businesses, serial entrepreneur. Anything else coming up that you would like to share?
That's enough. We're gonna obviously spend a lot of time.
You said that's enough. Yes.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's
So
enough.
we'll spend a considerable amount of time for 2022 building the brand for the TV outlet, and just keeping the other businesses going, and just helping them to grow and have one feed off the other as a circle, so that when you see one, you'll understand that, oh, here's the other, and then here's the other one that completes the circle.
Now, is there a link yet for the TV?
Not yet. We're still working on it. It's a huge effort.
Okay.
Standing up a TV station. I had no idea, but it hasn't discouraged me. So not yet. We're getting there. Maybe you have me back, and I can.
I was about to say,
about it, and I can show it to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So once you get it set up, established, we'll definitely have you back.
Okay.
Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts from you or Leon?
Well, I just want to express my appreciation for you guys having taken the time to talk to me and invite me on your show. I didn't know that I was pushing you all with the visual. I just asked if we could do it. So
TV. Yeah, you talk about TV. So actually, Leon and I talked about this on Saturday as well. So hey, it's perfect time, and the perfect time with the guy who's doing TV.
Right. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, sure. So there's going to be more opportunity down the line in the future, and let's definitely stay in touch, and look forward to supporting your business and your organization, and connecting in the future.
We look forward to supporting. Thank
so
you,
much.
gentlemen. I appreciate it.
All right, thank
Wow.
you. And don't forget,
Okay.
everybody, past episodes can be found at edacmorgan.com. We're on social media and Instagram at Ride Small Biz. So we have a number of entrepreneurial activities coming up. So just click on the edacmorgan.com, click on Ride, and you'll see that. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, continue discovering new pathways. Peace.
This is Mitch La Production.